Alright, on this episode, we're going to pull the diffs out of this. And we're going to at least, at the very most, place them in front of the monster truck and at the back of the monster truck. And we'll see what we got. See if we can make these diffs work. Well, we can make them work. We will make them work. This is what we're doing. We're going to get these diffs under the monster truck.
Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bruh. I swear to God I'll get it, bruh. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Yeah, I never give up. I got this, man, I got it. I will not quit, I'm on it. Never rock it. Got the block lit, I'm toxic. Spitting logic, make them nauseous. Honest, can I stop this? Never cautious, drop it. I'm the hardest. Knock, knock, bitch, watch it. I'm the...
Alright, so I haven't had a good hard look at this to see what's required on taking these out, but I'm assuming it's just going to be that one. What do we got here? The shock. If we can undo that, that looks like it goes up into there. Oh yeah, there's one bolt there. Maybe we can bang that off and that'll drop. Don't know how the bottom goes. Oh yeah, there's a bolt under there. By the looks of it, we can bang, maybe, possibly bang that off. They have rubber under there, seen better days. Look at that. It's all melted. So I'm thinking bang that off. We've got to bang the drive shaft off. Counterweight on there. That dampener's seen better days. And then undo the steering box over there. But we might just do it from here because I think this is going to be easier because I can get to it better. There's a bit more over the other side. Let's just go over there and have a look. See what we got. Got to undo the brake lines. We'll undo both of them there on each side. This is the same as the other side. Did I see a bit more here? Oh yeah, all this shit. Has that got anything to do with us? This one does. We'll have to take that off. That's to keep the diff center. Don't need that where we're going. And then that is it. Drive shaft. Yeah, the drive shaft, the arms, the shocks, and the brake lines. And then we're out. Alright, well, I guess I'll start undoing shit and we'll see what happens. I've actually been out here filming Chloe's episode, trying to get that finished, so I don't have a lot of time. I've got about an hour and a half to get this out, maybe 2 if I push it, before I have to go get the girls. So I'll hook in and yeah, we'll try and get this out. I brought the rattle gun, I brought the impact sockets, so I'm just going to smash, just rip and tear, get it out. We'll see how we go after that. Alright, so there probably won't be a lot of talking in this first bit. I'll probably have to come back this weekend and do a bit more, try and get that rear diff out, but we'll see how we go.
We can make an impact, grab it, then take it. All right, so I can't get under there to undo the drive shaft. So I'm just going to pull it with the slip joint. I'm just going to let the slip joint come out. I can rebuild it. We're going to probably have to lengthen the whole show anyways, change the unis and stuff. So I'm literally just about to undo that arm. We should be able to pull it straight out, and then we'll see how we go from there. See what it looks like. See if I found anything that I haven't disconnected. Test the tensile strength of it all, and then we'll have a look at the diff in hole. We'll try and get it under the front, because I don't even know what time it is yet. So because I'm recording, there's no time. But I'll quickly check the time. I'll undo that, and then we'll try and pull it out, and we'll try and get it under the front of the Commodore.
A few moments later.
All right, I got the strap around the diff to the toe ball of the Tarago. I'm going to just slowly try and pull this out. We'll see what happens. I'll set you up on the old chassis, and you can watch the chaos unfold. We'll see if this is either going to fucking pull out or if it's going to destroy something. Hope it doesn't destroy the Tarago, because I've got to go pick the girls up. Hey, that went all right. That didn't go too bad at all. Everything's all still there. Let's have a closer look at it. All right, so we got it out. I've got an hour to spare before I have to go get the kidlets, so I'll probably just wrap the strap around there. I'll try and drag it down to somewhat in line with there, and I'll muscle it in, and we'll have a look, see where we're at. Try and get it to line up with the strut holes, everything like that. I'll take some measurements before I go, so I can get some calculations and all the jobbies when I get back home. But yeah, hey, she's out. Front diff, ready to go. Just got to try and get under there to undo the rest of that drive shaft, but that's okay. Not a bad bit of kit. We should be laughing now. All right, got the diff under the front of the Commodore here. So I'll just explain what's going to happen. So I'm going to make this a triangulated link. So literally these arms are going to come out. I've got some arms to go in. They're adjustable. And I'm going to mount them to that top hole on each side. Going to bring them in over to here. And then I'm going to weld another piece in up top here. And I'm going to make a bracket for on top of the diff here. And a third one will come up to that piece I'm going to bring in. That's how that will sit. The springs in this bad boy are 1.9 meters high. I did the math on the size of the wheels, the height that I wanted to sit above the wheels, everything like that. So I'm going to use the Commodore spring to sit in here. I'm going to use the Land Rover spring to sit in there. I'm going to put some bigger cups there so they don't slide out and move around with the articulation. And then, yeah, that'll be them. I'm going to sit down with Shane, my machinist, and try and brain this out. Figure out a good way of not making the springs bow and shoot out at 100 mile an hour. So that's how that is going to go. This drive shaft will literally be extended to there. I will change it to the Commodore end on there. I'll leave that slip yoke in and everything like that, but yeah, literally I'm just going to extend that to the gearbox, the lower transfer there, when it's all done and dusted. The steering on this, I'm more than likely going to weld a ram on here, a hydraulic ram. Everything's all still connected there. I'll change that shock and everything, and I will put a hydraulic ram on here, and I'll hook it up to that, so the steering still operates as per normal. Shane's going to cut me some sensors for those wheels over there. I'll weld them in, and then we can mount these, and that'll lift the car up. So I did the math the other day. To the bottom of the car here, it's going to be 2.3 meters in the air. So if you want to grab a tape and measure that, it's taller than all of us. So yeah, anyways, that's the plan so far. So that's one diff sitting there. It's not quite in position. You can see I've got it too far forward, but I do want to have it in line with everything. Hopefully the wheels don't come too far in. I can still use the spring hangers. Otherwise, like, there's a fair bit of room there. I can just move them over and we can mount springs there. It's not going to be so much of a big deal. So that's how that's going to go. Now, these do have twin brake lines on the front. So all I was going to do was route one line to one set, TM, and make one set for one side and the other side for the other set. So then that way we're utilising the whole caliper. Everything will be running like that. I'm pretty sure the rears in this don't have jewels, so I'll just be able to run that like a normal Commodore and straight down and everything. I'll run hard line along the arm, and then I will literally just put like a little flex joint in where the uni is, where it mounts to the chassis. Happy days. So that's how that diff is going to go so far. Is it going to cut the mustard? I think the diff will. Drive shaft, not so sure. Those wheels are bloody heavy. It's just, yeah, extreme. So we'll see how we go. I'll get it all mocked up and plumbed up and welded and everything like that first. And then once we take it for a bit of a test run, we'll see if it all cuts the mustard or bends and breaks. I don't know. You know as much as I do at this point in time. But that's it. So, yeah. Alright, so I pulled the rear diff out. She's literally, well, somewhat in line. I can't really hang a plumb bob off it because it's going to go skew-if and not show everything. So I've got to try and rough this out somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I might try and go off the subframe and bring it to where it needs to be and everything like that. I did get arms for the front. So they're sitting here. These are literally just upper arms for a tractor, but I'm going to make them work to make our triangulated link. So you can understand that, like, I'm going to have some brackets there, bring it in, all right? And then, like, this is so far out, so please don't think that's going to be the official length, but I'm more than likely going to have to try and lengthen the chassis to bring that out. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We've got it. It's all there. We got the rear diffs roughly in position now, so I mean, is what it is. We're here. We're gonna bolt these two. I did find out that the springs, according to my math, need to be 1.9 meters high. From the distance to the inner guard here down to here is only like 1600 or something, so I've still got to extend the springs more, which is good because I've got to use the rangy ones to get down there, put a cup around it and everything like that. And then, yeah, we should be pretty right. And then, like, these have a little cup jobby inside. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I've got to see what the droop is. I might have to try and jack the front up, pull them out. But we'll worry about that once we get the wheels on and see where it all sits. If it sits on the wheels, then I will have to chop and modify everything. But anyways, that's going to do this episode. That's how far I've gotten so far. I've pulled the diffs out. The Rangy is literally looking sad and sorry. It's got tyres and Besser blocks and everything under it. So, I mean, is what it is. We'll get this done, dusted, and get the diffs under. Next episode, I'll probably make the springs up so we can try and sit level, because the diffs are going to have to sit on the ground. I'm trying to think now. diffs are gonna have to sit on the ground so I can get the right heights. And then we will figure out the rest from there. Like, it's just a junkyard build. You got to remember that it's not a legit monster truck. So before people go, you haven't done it right, mate, we're winging this. We're armed with a grinder and a stick welder, and we're going to go wood carting in this thing. It's nothing great. So yeah. Anyways, I'll keep trucking along, and we will get this done. All right. But anyways, like I always say, you know, jump over to the merch store, buy a shirt. Helps me and the boys out. Helps all of us get our shit done, produce more episodes, stuff like that for this. And just like, subscribe and share. I mean, it's not a lot. We're not asking a lot. Just throw a like on there, or a subscribe, or share, or even comment. You know, I try and write back to everybody that comments. So just throw a comment down there, whether you like it, hate it, whatever. I don't really care at this point in time. You know, I'm happy to talk to whoever. But yeah, throw a comment down there, you know, and make sure to share it with people. Share it with your friends, your family, your favourite neighbour. Because, I mean, they love this shit. So, yeah, do that for me. That'd be great. But anyways, like I always say, I'll see you guys in the next episode, alright? And thanks for having us.